Hello, this is Rob from MINIART Models. This is my first update of the MINIART T-55 for the Black Rifle Model Works group build. So just before we start, like I say, a big thank you to all my subscribers, all your comments, I really do appreciate them. So basically, this is the kit I've chose. It's by MINIART. There. And it's a T-55A. And it's in an interior kit. Okay, so that's the kit there. If you're interested, that's the kit number. Really nice kit. I've made a start so far. I'm up to, where am I up to? I am up to, I've skipped a few steps, but that's where I'm up to there. I'm up to 27 there. All I do when I've fitted a part, I'll just highlight it with the yellow. Plenty of parts. So that's the kit I've chose. Now also, I've already started it, so I was showing you the parts. I've also ordered this as well with it, which is the transmission there. That's your kit number. Again, I've made a start. I'll show you in a bit my progress. But that's that kit there if you're interested. And also, I also got this as well. Now I haven't started this yet, but basically it's the mine roller. There, again, that's your kit number. I can show you in here because I haven't started it yet. But all I've done, I've just opened up the sprues just to check. There's not many parts to it, which should add a lot of interest to the build. And it tells you as well as you're building what to look out for. There, like that. All you gotta do, make sure as well, drill for MINIART models, or if you're doing it from other manufacturers, then your holes you drill there. So just make sure you get the right option, and then when it's done you should have that. Okay, so that's the mine roller. That'll be one of the last parts I build. That's just the transmission instructions there. Again, just shows you there's steps how to assemble it. So when you've got your lower hull and your sides glued together, that's your first step you do. Then obviously the second, third and so on. What these instructions talk you through. Now here where it's got checkpoint number 8, the general instructions. So what you do, that's step number 8, which is there. And what I've done, I've gone through all the instructions and I've just put a cross, and it says step 4, which is that, just so you don't miss anything. There, and there's a 2 or 3 steps like that. So you've got step 17 there as well. If it wasn't fitting this transmission, you wouldn't have to worry about that. And then so that's your step 17 there, look. So let me give you an example again. So if you go to the general instructions, now there it's telling you to fit HB17 there. So what I've done, I've crossed it out and it says there, instead of detail HB17 you fit CY14 instead. So you don't fit that, you fit them two, but you don't fit that. And that's all you do through the instructions. Just keep checking. Same with the mine roller as well. It tells you what parts to fit. And it says a lot of detail still. There. And then you can basically, you can have it closed or open. And then that's just your painting guide there. And then that's your paints. So that's that. And also, I've opted for these. Now I've never built these before, so I've gone for the metal tracks. There, and like I said, I've never built anything like this before. So you get the idler and you get the sprocket, and obviously your track links there. You also get your wire there to join them together, and these are the pins to put on the ends. So when you've put the wire through, just glue them on the end. It's like I think the bolt heads, isn't they? So that's them. There's your instructions. Tells you how long to make the wire, and then just super glue them in. So I've got, like I said, I've got them. Never done, like I said, metal tracks before. So I'll give them a try. I've got the plastic ones as well still. I'll keep them. Right, so what I'll do now, I'll show you what I've done so far progress wise. And first of all, start with the engine. As you can see, it's not finished yet. Basically that's what I've done so far. So what I'll do, I'll show you what I've used. So all the silver bits there is XF16, which is flat aluminium. Yeah, so I did all that, and what I've done first, I've done a black primer, and then I really thinned the silver, the aluminium, so hopefully you can see a bit of pre-shading. That there is XF64. These bits are going to be painted silver inside. Them are, what other colour was that? That was XF50. Them there. These have got to be rusted yet, the exhausts. And then as you can see, that's I can't remember what colour was that now. Hold on a second, let me just look at the instructions because I can't remember what colour that was. It was XF71, that was it. Yeah, and then I've done them there as well. So basically that's the engine. Like I said, I've got to paint the exhaust yet. That's got to be painted yet. And then I've also got a wiring diagram. So I've drilled the holes already there, and then I'll just do some wiring. So that's the engine. This here is the driver's seat. Again, now this colour here is XF63, and then all this is then is the Vallejo red leather, which is 70.818. So that's your red leather. So all I've got to do then is just make it look like it's a bit worn, bit of dry brushing, Okay, so that's the seat. This bit I'm showing you here, this doesn't come with the kit, that's part of the transmission kit. So that's, and all that is XF64. That's got to be painted green, and I think that's green as well. I'll have a look at the instructions. Okay, so that's that. Right, I'll show you the first. Yeah, this is the lower hull, the part of the lower hull. That's not glued in yet. I can check that out. And basically that there is the layout. It's 71.017, which is the Model Air. Again, to me are XF16. These here is to me are XF65, and all I've done there, I've just in where all the bits glue in, I've just put some masking fluid and then sprayed it, and then all I did then is scraped it out. So you got your plastic, then you're gluing plastic to plastic. Then I've just got to scrape the sides there before I join them. These here are loose. I haven't glued them in position yet. You can have them working, which I'm going to do, or once I've got it, I can glue them in position if you don't want it working. So that's basically the inside. Now that colour is, I'll show you what that colour is. Hold on a second. I'm not very organised here, am I? That is XF16, that colour. So that's XF16. Again, I sprayed the black primer, then I did a white pre-shade, and then I went over with very thinly with the XF16. I've just got a little bit of detail painting to do on here. The handles are going to be black, and these as well. There's no weathering done on this, it's just basically just painted and the pre-shading. The holes here are cut out for the mine roller, so you've got to pay attention to which ones, because you don't need to drill all of these out if you're not doing the mine roller. But don't worry about the holes, because when the front's glued on you can't see these anyway. Right, so that's it. This is one of the first sides. Again, XF16 pre-shaded. That there is just white, flat white, XF2, and then that's XF65 and XF64. That's all I've done. Oops, that's all I've done to that so far. There's no weathering done, and I shall weather these before I glue it all together. It just makes it a bit easier. Okay, so that's the one side. This is the other side now. Again, XF16, XF2. That's just, there is XF7, and then XF65, the darker greens, and that's the Vallejo one, the 017. I've got to paint the photo etch yet, the strap. But basically, what I've done before, this is separate. These are separate. There's 3 panels, 3 separate parts, and I glued that in first, and then painted it the XF16. If you wasn't putting the transmission in, you don't need to do that. You basically just go from there, and then just mask that, and then paint it. I've just got a bit of glue there, but you're not going to see that. And then I glued I glued that in separate, painted it first and then glued it in. There's still a few more parts to glue on here yet. There's shells to go on here as well. I'll show you them in a sec. So that's that. These are where the shells go into. Again, the XF65 and the 017, the Vallejo one, XF16, that's just flat black. There, I'm just going to do a bit of detail painting on the dials, and obviously that's where your shells go in, like that. But this is two separate parts here. You build that part there first, and then you glue, and all I've done then is glued the two together. Okay, so that's that. That's just the cradle for the engine to sit on. There again, XF16. I could have glued that in to the base, but I've left it because there's some shells to glue on here first, so I'm going to put them together first and then fit it. But what I'll do, I'll just sand the bottom so you can see the plastic, and then it'll be easy to glue then. Okay, so that's the first tub. Now this tub here I'm going to show you now is separate from the kit. This is the transmission. Okay, so you'll see all that. And basically what I've done, I again primed it black. That's XF16. So I did all that first, and then I got some masking tape, masked all that, because that's all together, that is, and masked that, and then I sprayed the XF64. That's got to be painted yet. That's got to be painted XF56, and I think that is as well, that little pipe there. So that's that piece. This is the radiator. That's XF black, XF1 black, and then I've just done a very light coat of the XF56 over the top. That's basically finished, it's just got to be weathered. I think, I'll check the instructions again, I think that's green, that pipe there. So that's that piece. And then we got the actual transmission itself. Again, XF17. Really nice detail. Sprayed primed black again, and then I did a pre-shading with white, and then just a very light layer coat then of the XF16. There's a few little bits to detail paint, like these little bits here are XF56, and there's a few other bits, and I think that pipe's green as well. Okay, so that's the transmission. Let me just move that out of the way. In here is just a few parts. That's transmission as well. That's XF65. That's part of the engine. That's XF64. Transmission, that's part of the interior as well, the tank. And that is as well. This piece here has got to have a, I haven't fitted that yet because that's got to have a shell fitted on there, which I haven't painted yet. Okay, so that's that piece. And then these bits here are not actually painted yet. Well, that's part of the back. I've got to fill. I've got to make sure, if you're going to see them first, if you're going to see them, I'll just fill these in and sand them out. That's the part of the back. That's the front there. Again, I've got some holes to drill first. I've just got to make sure I drill the right ones, because I'm doing the one with the mine roller. So that's the front. That's part of the back as well. So that actually fits. That will fit there like that. Oh, there. So that will fit there. And then this piece will fit there like that. So basically that's what you got. And then when you've got that there, that part of the transmission will fit there. Okay, so that's in bit. And all I've done then, I've just glued the wheels together. I'm not ready for them yet. I just wanted to get rid of the sprues a little bit. And basically, they're ready to go. They've just got to be cleaned up. That's your wheels. Really nice detail off. These two are separate. So I've just taped them together so they don't get mixed up. I don't know what the difference is. I can't tell what the difference. I've looked and I can't see a difference, but maybe somebody knows. But basically, that's them bits, and then we've got the shells, which are here. I'll show you a close up of them in a minute. They're not finished yet. I don't even need to show you one. Whoops, not the camera there. Now, this time I sprayed with grey Big Shot 1 primer there, and I've done 2 light coats of the what was it? X12, which is the gold leaf. And then what I'll do then, move these to that side, and I'll mask around there, mask that, and then this will be sprayed. I think it's grey. I'll make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's grey. There's no decals on these, and these ones will fit in that rack I showed you. And then here, so I don't get mixed up, I've labelled them because they're different. So you got CA12, and what I'm going to do, I've painted that the XF there, the what was it now? I forgot what colour it was. Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, the XF50, sorry. The XF50 there, that band there, and that one there. And then what I'll do, I'll just get my masking tape and then mask that up there, and there, and then paint it the gold. And basically that's the one that fits there, so that's the same colour. And then the white ones, all this is exactly the same. I'll paint that. That's the XF2, and then basically they fit there like that. So you've got the white bits there. You don't want that colour on that bit there. Okay, so that's the shells. And then all these then, these 2 parts are painted, are ready to fit. So that's it then, that's my progress. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell, because there's many more updates to come. So hopefully on the next update I should have a lot of it glued together, so I can show you then a bit more detail like. But yeah, thanks for looking, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.